Hi guys, welcome to another week of our Writing 10 course. I hope that you are excited about starting an academic blog this week. So over the period of our class, we've talked a lot about professional writing. And one of the newest forms of professional writing is in the blog world, or the World Wide Web. But there's a difference between a private blog and an academic one. Hopefully you already have that idea in your mind. A private blog doesn't really have any rules, but an academic or a scholarly blog is expected to be a little more professional. An academic blog teaches us something. And what we're going to do in our assignment is pick a topic that's related to the social sciences, something dealing with humanity. And we're going to do some research, add some sources. So it'll basically be an essay, but it doesn't have the same layout or format as an essay. So let me start by going to our modules for you. Because this is something that maybe none of you have done before, it might be a good idea for us to meet at least once this week in a live Zoom meeting. Right now I'm doing a recorded one, but we can always sit and talk and hash out any questions that you might have. So let me know if you guys are interested. If we have at least a couple people that want to do it, I'll schedule one. All right, so we are down here in week 13. So if you click on week 13, you'll see my checklist of everything we're doing, including our readings and our homework. Now, this one right here, Blogging Basics, really teaches you how to write a blog, but these two are really important reads that you could use in your paper, just like the other things we've read in this unit. But I wanted to show them to you specifically because this is what a blog looks like. Notice there's some type of title, there's an image, there's almost always a little bit about the author or authors. So for your blog, I need you to have some type of image and title up at the top. I need you to include a picture of yourself along with a little bit of background. So, you know, you're a student at University of Pacific, what are you studying, etc. What makes you the academic person for this blog? Notice the blog has what we call hyperlinks. So Donald Trump has waived the words. This hyperlink is not a citation. This is something I want to make sure everybody doesn't mix up. Citations are still going to come like they always do. You can use APA or MLA to use a parenthetical citation. Remember, every time you use a source, you must use parentheses. So you have the parentheses with the citation and you have a reference list at the bottom. However, you must also have hyperlinks in a blog. The hyperlinks will help your readers learn more about the topic. So Donald Trump has waived his the word stop and frisk. Let's see what they linked stop and frisk to. Oh, okay, so this is a page from Cornell Law School that gives us information about, I guess it's an actual term, stop and frisk. So let's go back to the blog. Let's look at another, oops, I don't want to do that. Let's look at another hyperlink. Benchmarking was used in an often cited 1999 report by the New York Attorney General on the New York City Police Department stop and frisk practices. Oh, it's going back to stop and frisk again. However, my guess is it's going to take us to the New York City Police Department's website. Let's check. New York City LU? ACLU of New York. Okay, so see, we were taken to a source or taken to a site that'll explain more about that concept, but it's not the source used in the paper because the authors of this blog didn't use this source's information. Does that make sense? Let me show you another example. So let's go, is it this one? Why do we support the death penalty? Or why support for the death penalty is much higher among white Americans? Okay, the primary rationale for using the death penalty is deterrence. Now, maybe you don't know what deterrence is. Maybe you do, but you're not really sure. So my guess is Kevin O'Neill Cockley cited a definition for deterrence. Let's check. Here it is. It's from the Death Penalty Information Center, deterrence. Look at that. Studies show no link between the presence or absence of the death penalty and murder rates. Oh, and here we go, overview. So this gives the reader more to look at if you weren't really sure what deterrence is. However, let's see if this person happened to include sources as well. I'm looking. There, there's a lot of statistics in here. So as a professor, I would have told this person, cite your sources, which he or she didn't. But maybe there is a list of sources at the bottom. No, unfortunately, this person did not cite sources. But, they're not a student and they're not being critiqued. So for you, you have to cite sources. You'll have the sources again at the bottom and throughout your paper, as well as hyperlinks. So that's why I give you these. I pulled up a couple other ones for you to see. Again, images. There's usually, so this person, he or she, Chris, did not post it somewhere on the page. They have another page about the author. I'd rather you just put it all on one page for me. Here's another one. Again, you have a title, you have a color. Where's this person's background? Oh, this one has another page about the author. This one here, you have a title, you have a picture, you have her information there. So again, you can see all the different layouts of blogs, also with hyperlinks in there. So let's go back to our class. All right, here's our discussion that we're having this week. So because I gave you 2 blogs about race being an issue with the justice system, that's what I want you to talk about in the discussion area, because we would do that if we were meeting live in class. I'd like you to practice MLA or APA citation style as well, because again, you might use one of those readings in your blog. There is, I think, is this our last journal? I think it might be our last journal. So you're gonna go ahead and finish journal 10. And here's information about our blog. So I kind of explained what I've been talking about here on this page. These are the things that I will be looking at when I'm grading you. So the content, your research and citations, the aesthetics. Do you have images? Are your images aesthetically pleasing? Oh, there's my son. You have the about the author section, which includes a picture of you. I will help you in a moment. Hyperlinks to outside pages, and of course your grammar and mechanics. So that's what I'm looking for in the blog. The blog must be at least 2 to 3 pages in length, refer to at least 3 outside sources, and have 5 hyperlinks to other pages. So that's what we're looking at. Now let's talk topics. So it needs to be related to social expectations. So again, the social sciences, something to deal with humanity. So that would include gender, race, economics, laws, religion, education, etc. These are all things I tried to give you readings on during this unit. Let me think, for example, obviously, gender tends to be an issue that I am passionate about. So maybe I want to write about prescribed gender roles and how gender is blurring, and we're looking at it as a spectrum. Maybe I want to write about race and how, unfortunately, race plays a card in things like capital punishment and the unfairness of who is prosecuted in different crimes. Economics and the fact that we are very much a society that is focused on money, and the rich seem to get richer and the poor get poorer, and our middle class is disappearing, etc. Right? So you can think of a lot of different things you might want to talk about in this blog. Most important thing, though, of a blog is it expresses your opinions. So it's an opinion paper that uses outside research to back you up. It's academic because you are using credible sources and you're writing in a professional way, and you're going to avoid any kind of grammatical errors. So that's a lot to talk about on a Zoom meeting. That's why I said, if you're confused at all, shoot me an email. We'll set up a Zoom meeting like this so that we can talk. But it's just an essay with pictures. Think of it that way. So it's a paper, it's professional, it has citations, but it has images and it has hyperlinks. Now, how do you add a hyperlink? Let me open up Word. Here it comes. Some of you have probably done this before, but for those that have not done hyperlinks, I'm starting my blog here. Then I'm going to say, here is my blog. I am writing about eating disorders. And now, maybe I want eating disorders to be linked to something. So I highlighted it. I'm going to right click and add a hyperlink. This is where I'm going to add the address. So if I go online and I look up eating disorders, what does it mean to have an eating disorder? Okay, so that might be a good one to send my readers to. So I'm going to copy, right? Copy that link. I'm going to go back to my Word document and I'm going to paste it in there. Okay, I will talk about anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. That's my blog, or part of it. Notice right here, it's already underlined and highlighted because it is a direct link now. So somebody can press Control, click, and go straight to that page. So when I'm grading your paper, I'm going to check those links and make sure that they work. If they don't work, if the link is a dead link, then that will deduct points on the rubric. So again, hopefully that makes sense. I'm really excited because this is something that you guys could do, like really do for future careers. So again, let me know if you need help and I will see you online.